everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is November, almost Thanksgiving, and it is cold. Today when I woke up it was 52 degrees, and I know some of y'all are up in the north, so you're like, wow, 52 degrees, that's nothing. But like, I live in Southeast Texas and that is cold, like really cold, especially considering we're supposed to have like a mild winter this year, and so it's been like 80 degrees every day of November so far. So waking up to like 52 degrees, well, not every day, we've had a couple cooler days, but not much. But anyway, so waking up to 52 degrees this morning was freezing. I had to pull out the little space heater in the living room because I was like, I'm so cold. But it is the perfect day to announce my coming Christmas readathon because it's cold. I have a sweater on. So last year I did my first readathon, which was the Thanksgiving dinner readathon, and that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, so I decided to do a new readathon this year, but we're gonna do Christmas themed. Yay! It's gonna run all of December, so from December 1st through December 31st. I went through a couple ideas on how to do this, but I settled on a readathon themed around the Nutcracker. So this is the 2024 Nutcracker readathon. I'm really excited for it. I themed each prompt based on the title of a musical piece in the Nutcracker. But of course the Nutcracker Ballet has a lot of musical pieces, and so I narrowed it down to 10 that I just feel like are quintessential musical pieces. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm going to be running this readathon on YouTube and Instagram as well, so if you want to post on it on Instagram, please use the hashtag 2024 Nutcracker Readathon. And yeah, just let me know, like, communicate with me either through the comments here or by tagging me on Instagram that you're doing it. That would be a lot of fun. I'd love to know if you guys are doing it or if it's just me, and if it's just me, that's fine. There are 10 prompts, and they don't have to be all different books. Like, I know reading 10 books can be really easy for some people, and like in a month, reading 10 books in a month can be really easy for some people and really hard for other people. For me personally, I don't read usually 10 books in a month. Like, that's a little much for me, so I probably won't need to read 10 books, but especially next month being a holiday month, you know, Christmas is a really big holiday, as is New Year's, and so, you know, most of us are going to be either traveling or have family coming to us, and it can be harder to get a lot of reading done when your house is full of family members. So either you can like stack prompts, you know, have one book that fulfills a few prompts, or you can just do 1 or 2 prompts. That's awesome too. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I very much doubt that I'll get all 10 prompts done separately, but I'll try to stack some and I'll try to do them all. I mean, it is my readathon, but even if I don't do them all, with it being my readathon, like, that's okay. We're not here to like pressure you into doing all these prompts. We're just here to have fun participating, however little, however much that is, that's fine. Anyway, all that preamble aside, let's go ahead and jump into these prompts. Sorry, I thought I just heard my cat, but I'm pretty sure he's outside. Yes. So the first prompt is the children's gallop and entry of the parents, and that is like the beginning of the party scene at the beginning of the ballet. So for that, we want a book featuring family. And then our second prompt is the arrival of Drosselmeyer, and we all know Drosselmeyer is kind of a mysterious character. You know, when we first meet him, we're like, who is this guy? He's a little, he's got something going on. So for that, we want a book featuring a mystery. Our third prompt is the battle, which is very iconic Nutcracker. It's the Nutcracker against the Mouse King, and you have all the little soldiers and all the little mice. Very, very iconic scene. And for that, we have a book featuring a war or a battle. Makes sense. 4, we have the Waltz of the Snowflakes, which, you know, this is, we've transformed into the prince. We're going into, like, I always assume that she's dreaming, so we're going into like this dream sequence. And so for the Waltz of the Snowflakes, we have a book featuring a winter setting. It's Christmas time. I'm sure you can all find some winter settings. Number 5, we have The Enchanted Palace of the Kingdom of Sweets. And for that, we have a sweet, sweet romance. Pick a romance that will give you a cavity. It's so sweet. Number 6, we have Chocolate, Coffee, and Tea. These are actually 3 separate pieces in the Nutcracker and 3 separate dances. But I was like, they're all hot drinks, so we're going to put them into one prompt. So for Chocolate, Coffee, and Tea, we have a warm, cozy book that easily pairs with a hot drink, you know. There are obviously all different kinds of genres and all different kinds of books, but I think certain books, like, you just look at and you're like, I want to curl up with a blanket with this book, you know. Like, they just give off that vibe. So pick a book with that vibe. Number 7 is Mother Ginger and the Clowns. And for that, we have the dance scene, you know, when she, like, comes out in her giant skirt and all the little clown dolls, like, come out from her skirt. That's that scene. I don't know if it's actually Mother Ginger because it's spelt like something I don't know how to pronounce, but I've always heard it as Mother Ginger. So for that, we have a book that makes you laugh, because that is probably definitely, I think, one of the most comedic scenes of the play. So a book that makes you laugh. Then for number 8, we have Waltz of the Flowers. And flowers are very colorful, so for that we have a book with a colorful cover that opens up a lot of options for you on that one. Number 9, we have the pas de deux, which is, I mean, in ballet, a pas de deux, I'm not good at French. That's obviously usually a 2-person dance. In the Nutcracker, it's specifically the dance of the Prince and the Sugar Plum Fairy. So for that, we want a book featuring a dynamic duo. So that could be a romance. That could also be a book about siblings. It could also be a book about 2 investigative partners in a mystery. Like, as long as there's a main duo in the book, it's all good. It's very much open for interpretation. And finally, number 10, we have Variation 2, which in the Nutcracker is the dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy. And I think we can all agree that this is probably the most iconic dance of the Nutcracker and the most iconic piece of music, the most recognizable piece of music from the Nutcracker is the dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy. So for that one, I just said read a classic. And that could be something that's widely considered a classic, like a Charles Dickens novel or a Jane Austen novel, or it could be something like you consider a classic of your own collection, just like something, if you're a big rereader like I am, something from your collection that you love rereading a lot because it's a classic to you. So again, all of these prompts are very much open for interpretation. I wanted to leave them very open-ended so that there wasn't a lot of like pressure put on you to read a certain thing. There are a lot of options with these prompts and a lot of ways that you could stack them if you wanted to knock out multiple prompts with one book. And so hopefully I made it easier for y'all who want to participate to be able to participate in a readathon around the holidays with all the chaos that comes with it. So yes, I will be posting these prompts on Instagram as well as here on YouTube. And I really, really hope you guys join in. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. And that's all I gotta say, guys. So I hope you participate, and I hope that you stay warm because it's getting cold. And I hope that I hear from you. Thank you so much.